Okay guys, what's up? Today's video is going to be a little different. It's not a trade recap. It is actually going to be very educational. Um, as you can see, we have a chart in front of me, so it's going to do with stocks. So, and if you read the title, you know it's MACD because, yes, I have the volume here, which I don't really use a whole lot. Usually these look about, and this one's up a little bit more. About like that, about even. But you guys, or somebody left a comment on one of my videos that says MACD. I have the MACD. They wanted me to talk about it and how I use it. Um, the MACD basically, there's two lines. There's a blue and a red line. So basically, when they cross, it's supposed to mean a buy symbol. So if we actually zoom in here, you're gonna see that they cross and the blue goes up above, and that's a buy. That's a buy signal. And then once they cross again, it's a sell signal. So it's very simple. It's literally almost like these. As soon as it crosses, it's a buy. As soon as they cross again, it's a sell. So with that being said, though, um, it would take a while usually. Now this one is a bad example for that, but up here, if we can get in here, you see that they don't really move a whole lot. They finally do cross, it becomes a buy symbol again, and then they cross again once it's already on the way down. So again, you could have lost money here. So what I do is with the MACD is I don't trade off of just it. I literally only use it to aid me. So I put my support, I put my resistance. As you can see, it fell through this support this morning right before the bell opened, and then it cranked all the way back down. Again, I did not trade today because of my $2,000 challenge. And then, but you could have bought in. As you can see, it crosses right here, 941. So if you would have bought in at 941, you could have got in at 210. So we're just going to put a line here. 210, and then they cross again over here, which would be at 222. So you're making 12 cents a share, right? At 210, 220, yeah, 12 cents a share. But realistically, you're not going to do that. You could have bought in here and then it rode it up. It didn't quite turn into a sell signal again. It rode up, and then you could have sold it up in here. Now, why you put support and resistance is for this reason mainly. Is when something's running up, there's always going to be a top, like where it's resistance, it doesn't want to go past. It's just in the past, it's had problems getting past it, or that's where support has been. So as you see, I had this line here, obviously, because it came down, touched it, and then it kind of stayed above it. So this, and then when it broke this, that means that pretty much became resistance. And as you can see, it pretty much marked it perfectly. And I do go through on the days that I don't trade, I still basically paper trade, make sure I'm still going through the process, looking for things, setups, everything else. So this runs up and then basically hits that resistance and then just rejects. I mean, it tests it twice and then rejects it, and then now you're back down here. So the MACD, if you followed it, it could have made you money. But again, MACD can also be very slow on it, on the little indicator part. So what I do is I trade my support and my resistance like I normally do in all my past videos, and then or breakouts or dip buys and stuff like that, depending on the pattern that I'm playing, of course. And then I basically use it to kind of get a feel of where we're at. So if we go in here closer, you can see that boom, right here's where this was, and then it kind of just stays above, and then once it starts dipping down, like right in here, and it's kind of downtrending, that's when I kind of get out. So this one you could have been profitable. Some of them are not always profitable. That's why you don't always trade with it, and that's why I say take your profits when you have them. Now, I'm not saying take a 5-cent profit on each, or you have 100 shares, take a 5-cent profit, which don't get me wrong, profit's still profit. But we're looking for stocks that are moving 10, 20%. Don't get me wrong, they don't always do that. I don't always take 10 and 20%. So I average around 7 to 8%. I've said that before. Now there's days that I have a 20% mover and I capture 15% of it, or I capture 20% of it and move 30%. Those are big days. Don't get me wrong, those happen. But on a normal day, you're looking for 7%. Sometimes I take 3 or 4%. I mean, it really just depends on how much the stock is moving. But again, the MACD indicator, I don't recommend buying on just those signals. There's also one called the Golden Cross, and I actually have a Golden Cross scan over here, and it basically, and this one looks like it's going to be close again. It may cross again, but before just going through and just scanning and then buying those that are on there, what I do is I clicked the wrong one. You go through and you actually, again, catalyst, volume, pattern, you have to have those three included into it. So I want to keep this video relatively short. So the MACD indicator, I have it just for security purposes. Make sure I feel like my thoughts are going in the right direction. Um, it's not something that I have to like actually base my trades off of. I don't do that. Base your trades off of your own opinion. Don't necessarily sit there and use a computer and be like, well, the MACD says, or volume says. The volume could be up because it's going down. Again, trade off of your own opinions. The MACD I use it and I have it there just for an extra asset. So that's pretty much the MACD. Could have worked today. Not saying that it's going to work every time, but it did work today in this instance. So with that being said, thank you guys for watching. Please smash that thumbs up. If you want to see more, I'm going to be doing 2 or 3 days. So Monday, Wednesday, Friday, basically going to be recaps, and then Tuesdays, Thursdays, and maybe Saturdays are going to be teaching days. So again, smash that thumbs up. Subscribe if you want to see more, wherever that button is. And then I will see you guys in tomorrow's video or the next video.